Damn, can you rap Lil B, I Am God Again?
Okay.
Second date of really awesome.
So, let's all take turns and explain one true story when you were at your lowest in life. Daniel, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Here, you have the floor. I was hoping you would get up and then I could sit in your wheelchair. But...
Okay. No, it's good. Alright. My lowest point. Me and my ex were breaking up, or we were just like really at a rough spot, and like we still see each other. One day I was skating before I went to go see her. I was skating at the skate park. I fractured my foot, and it was so bad I dislocated my foot. I popped it back in, and I had to walk maybe. After that, I walked like 5 blocks with a fucked up foot, and I had to take the train, and that train ride was like maybe 45 minutes, and it was very fucked up. Like I was in pain the whole time going to see her, and basically. She picked me up, she said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, already starting to fight. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I fucked up my foot. Like, I really can't walk. She made me walk the whole time. Like, we went to go get food. I was like, can we just go to the drive-thru? And she's like, no, I want to sit inside. I was like, okay. And then after that, we went to Target. And we were in Target for an hour. Walking around, and I'm like, do you not understand how bad my foot is? She's like, you always hurt yourself. I'm like, oh my god. And I was at this point where I was like, damn, this is not going anywhere. Like this shit is done. It's over. But I stayed a night in her house. I woke up. I woke up and my whole foot was like purple, like my shit was like a fucking softball. It was like from my toes to like my whole foot was purple, and I was sitting on it for like 3 days, just being with her. She didn't want to take me to the hospital or anything, and I just at that point I thought like I was so into this person, you know. I thought like just the whole thing. Oh man, it was fucked up. Like I thought like. She would never, I thought she was just done with me, like, she's never going to help me ever again. And I was really depressed about that, and I had to sit on a boot for like 3 months. I couldn't skate, and like usually like skating was like like therapy to me, you know, like I'm always like fucking, like I get my anger out, that's how like I fall, eat shit, but like that like takes a lot of the like anger away. So when I couldn't do that, I just was eating Vicodin, hella painkillers, and just like fucked up off it, and I was really depressed. And yeah, that's when I got hooked on shit like that. I got hooked again, to say, yeah, and yeah, that fucked me up. That was really at my lowest point, one of my lowest points, but that was a real like bad part.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Some real life shit. Vance, can you please tell us your lowest point to the entire summer camp here?
I'll do my best.
It's gotta be real. You're trolling, Vance.
Yeah, I know. So it was 4th of July 2015 or 16. 4th of July was always like a big deal in my family. We would go to my grandparents' house, and they had like this parade in their neighborhood. It was kind of like just a family tradition we would do. And yeah, so we went and did that, and then we would usually, like always, we would just like sit on the deck at my grandparents' house and watch the fireworks. And this year, my grandmother was in Texas. This was like the first time that she wasn't with like the family gathering, and the night was going on. We're watching the fireworks, and then my grandfather collapses in the bathroom, and I had to do CPR on him for probably, I don't know, felt like an hour, but it was at least 30 minutes, and it didn't work. And yeah, just seeing like my family's reactions and yeah, having to try to like hold them all together, and my grandma wasn't even there, so like she couldn't like see him one last time. Yeah, that shit was fucked up, and yeah, that's kind of it, I guess.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
That's tough shit. Sylvia, would you like to share with us a low point that you've experienced?
I'm just gonna do like my recent low point. So this was around Valentine's Day, like a few months ago. I was at a show with my ex-fiance and a few of his friends, and I took a tab of acid. It's like really old acid. I was feeling pretty good. I went back home to the studio. I was walking up the, kind of goes with your story, but walking up the driveway, there's this huge hole, and I'm wearing my Durangos, and I just fuck up my ankle so bad. I wake up, and it's like double the size, just purple and completely fucked. And then the person I was renting the studio from told me they had to fix the place up, so I couldn't be there and had to get all my shit and go somewhere. So, with my fucked up ankle, all alone, I didn't want to ask for help. I dragged all my suitcases into this Uber, and I just went to this motel. And I just laid there. I just laid there in the bed, and it was Valentine's Day came, and my ex-fiance spent it with his assistant, which is just mad in love with him. I was just laying in my bed, just like crying, just thinking like ways I could just get myself out of that position. And I was thinking really like every bad thought you could ever have in your life. And I was just watching like a bunch of like old horror movies from the 60s, just like all the fake blood and guts. And like, I didn't even want to call my parents. I was just like in the motel just alone, like all my shit, like, and it was really hard. And yeah, this is just like really low because I just want to talk to one person. That was my cousin, who I don't have anymore because she died on my birthday. And she's the only one that like understood my mind and shit. Like she has the same issues, like back and forth. Like I don't want to be in this world. Oh, I do. You know, I love life. I hate it. And not having her really fucked me up. So I just spent Valentine's Day alone. Went and my fiance at the time came there the next day, like bringing me flowers and chocolates, tried to be all nice, and was trying to get me to go do shit with him. And I'm like, do you not give a fuck that like my foot's fucked? Like I don't want to be here. Like this just really sucked. And I was like, no, I gotta go home. Like my mental state isn't good. Like so that's where I went home. And yeah.
Sylvia, thank you. I'm sorry that happened at
That's fucked
the
up.
worst time.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Josie, please share.
Alright. So, one of my lowest points was in high school because a lot of people will judge you based off of first looks. So I was bullied a lot, and they would like make fun of me by like calling me, like they would use all the stereotypical Asian insults on me, and it was really confusing because I'm not Asian. But yeah, so like they would make fun of the way I dressed or yeah, just how I looked in general. So I would sit alone every day, and I didn't have any friends all throughout high school, and that really fucked with me. Alright. And then, but then I got my first job at Popeyes, and I realized that like I was working with people I would never hang out with regularly, and then they all learned to like, they all loved me, and I realized like, I don't know, like, how do you say, like, I feel like people don't give me the chance because I look a little weird sometimes. I look and dress and act weird, but like once they really get to know you, then you like feel like you can make friends with almost any type of person. And that's kind of like.
Thank you. Buddy, would you like to share
Yeah.
a low point in your life?
Okay. Well, I did have a low point that I can't talk about on stream, but I'll just talk about a different low point.
I'm
that
sure we
was
all
also
have one of
really
those.
bad.
Hai vụ đó là thằng mất dạy đó,
You can wait.
nó chuyên môn là chữ thầy, thằng vô văn hóa, con chó của cộng sản, mày đợi chút xíu tao lóc mày, ha? Bây giờ tao không muốn nói gì từ nhiều. Thằng hai vụ tao im đi, mày đừng nói chuyện, mày chữ thầy là chết mày với tao cho mày. Mày chữ thầy tao bắn mày liền á, tao bắn mày á, mày tưởng tao có súng nè, tao bắn mày á, có súng đây nè. Thằng hai vụ á, mày có chân á, tao bắn mày á, mày tưởng mày ăn hiếp nhân dân là tại nhân dân không có súng, ở đây tất cả chúng tao đều có súng hết á. Thấy không? Cái gì đây không? Mày chết mày cho mày chữ thầy tao bắn rồi đó. Mày thấy cái này là gì không? Súng đúng không? Đâu mà chữ thầy con cặc, đâu mày nói chuyện vô chân quá. Mày coi chừng mày chết với tao mày.
The contrast between how serious this is. Okay. Sorry. Can we turn those off for just a second? Alright, we're listening.
Okay, so this happened at a time where I really hated everything, and I was very like directionless, like I didn't know what to do at all, and like there was like other shit going on in my life at the same time as this happened. So I was like with this guy that I thought that I could trust, and we were like drinking, and we got in a fight, and he like started like yelling at me and like pushing me around, and like he wouldn't, like I would ask, like I was trying to leave the room and he wouldn't let me, and like yeah, like there was points where like he had his arm around my neck and I couldn't breathe. Anyway, I ended up like after a bit I ended up like running out of the house, and I just like ran down the street. But the place where I was, like I was saying, I ran out and I didn't know anyone there, so I couldn't do anything. So I just like laid on the ground for like hours because I was too scared to go back there. And like I just like walked around, but then eventually I got like really, really cold, and like I started shaking. So I went back in there and I just like slept on the couch, and he was really drunk, and he would like he came in and like at first I could like hear him like laughing in the other room about me, and then like later he came in and like said a bunch of like really mean shit to me. But yeah, that's what happened basically.
Thank you for sharing, buddy. Hey, summer camp is a fun place, guys. Camp day is a fun place, but sometimes it is an avenue to learn about the darker sides of the human experience. Not everything that happens is a piece of cake. You know what I mean, Daniel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no trick or no challenge or no game. I just wanted everyone to learn something sad about each other. That's all. There's more stuff planned today, so don't be too sad. Summer camp. There's axe throwing, there's water guns, the sun's out, not in here, but the sun's out, it's good vibes. It's a summer boogaloo, okay? So there's fun stuff coming, so wait patiently, not specifically on the couch or in this room, but I will gather you guys when the next event of Fish Tank Summer Camp 2023 is coming together.
Will I fuck up the same? I took out the beads so I can make sure.
Oh yeah.
No, like would it fuck up the whole like
Oh, I don't know.
feng shui? The whole like